The Color 8 KGHL Steakhouse Tour, presented by the Montana Beef Council.
We're at the Texas Roadhouse in Billings, Montana.
Let's head in and see what Steve and the guys have cooking. Managing partner Steve Blum joins us here. And Steve, let's talk about the role of beef here at the Texas Roadhouse. It's a big part of what you do and really what makes you a great steakhouse.
Beef is easily the biggest thing that we do here. I've got a meat cutter that's back there 50, 60 hours a week in a 34-degree cooler, cutting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds of sirloin and ribeye and filet and New York strip. Hand-cut steaks, fall off the bone ribs, made from scratch sides. Like that's what we do, So I'm going to focus on not screwing that up and just be successful.
Definitely. Well, we appreciate you having us here. Let's go catch up with Blair and see what he's into.
So I guess first off, Alex, since you're the meat guy here, tell us a little bit about your experience with meat, what your favorite cut of meat is.
Personally, my favorite steak here is always going to be a ribeye. It's the best flavor. We also make amazing bone-in sirloin strip, filet, kind of the whole cross there. A lot goes into making sure by the time 4 o'clock gets here, those guests can come in and have that amazing experience. Consistent steak every day.
How does your staff and yourself equate family to what's going on here at the restaurant?
Everybody that comes in this building is family. We talk about it with our staff in the back. Would you serve this to your mother? Would you serve it to your grandmother? That's how much importance we put on our food.
We were at the Texas Roadhouse in Billings to find out what makes them a Montana favorite.
Be sure to go to our websites to nominate your favorite steakhouse or restaurant.
And nominate them so we can feature them and you could possibly win dinner for two.
The Color 8 KGHL Steakhouse Tour, presented by the Montana Beef Council.
We're here at Stacked, a Montana Grill, on the next stop of our steakhouse tour.
Let's go inside and see what Stephen and Rich have cooking for us. Sitting here with Stephen Heidemann, the owner of Stacked, a Montana Grill. And Stephen, how did you come up with the name Stacked? What's the background behind that?
Well, Stacked is really about layers of flavors. Over the years, I've learned that there's a lot of different ways to layer those flavors on, from wet rubs to dry rubs or combinations thereof. And you can take beef, especially, in any direction of the world you want to take it to.
I'm joined by Executive Chef Rich Boggs. And Rich, you mentioned beef. How critical is it to what you do as a chef, to the business as a whole, and really to our economy here in Montana?
Oh man, I don't think any restaurant in Montana should not have beef on the menu. It's so integral to what the agricultural community does, and that's such a big part of what Montana is. My job as the chef is to just highlight its roots here and then where it could go, as a dish. But I love cooking beef. It's probably my favorite thing to work with. So.
Awesome. Well, let's see it. Let's get to cooking some beef here and kind of show folks what you're doing.
All right, sounds good.
We were at Stacked, a Montana Grill, in March to recognize them and find out what has made them a local favorite.
Be sure to go to our websites, nominate your favorite restaurant or steakhouse, and tell us what makes them a Montana favorite.
The Color 8 KGHL Steakhouse Tour, brought to you by Montana Food Distributing.
We're at the Ringling Bar Steakhouse in Ringling, Montana.
Let's head inside and see what Kurt and Paula have cooking for us. Folks come a long ways to eat at the Ringling Bar and Steakhouse. It's a darn good food, and owner Kirk Beckman is telling me that to keep them coming back, you've got to have great beef, isn't that right?
It's the best meat that money can buy, and it's all of our cuts are top notch. And out in the middle of nowhere, you can't serve mediocre beef.
Well, I think we better go check in with Blair and Paula, but before we do, what do we tell the customers in Billings or Bozeman? What do we tell them to get them out here to Ringling?
Best steak they ever put down their neck. That's all.
So Paula, the Ringling Bar and Steakhouse got started in 2012. What makes this a Montana favorite?
Montana favorite. Well, because of the food for one. I know because of our friendly, wonderful staff, and it's just a great experience. You know, somebody I think said it's even magical.
Even magic.
I read that.
This is definitely a destination place, and we sure do thank you for being a part of the Steakhouse tour.
Well, we can't thank you guys enough for coming out here and, you know, putting us on the map. You know,
We will be back, I guarantee you.
We were at the Ringling Bar and Steakhouse to recognize them and find out what's made them a local favorite.
Be sure and go to our websites at mighty790.com or color8.com to nominate your favorite steakhouse and tell us why it's your favorite.
The Color 8 KGHL Steakhouse Tour, brought to you by Montana Food Distributing.
We're here at the Edgar Bar on the next stop of our steakhouse tour.
Let's go inside and see what they have cooking for us.
Here at the Edgar Bar, this is a true family operation, both for the staff and the customers that come by. Owner Scott and Kim Veldkamp, just tell us a little bit about the operation.
The majority of our beef is 3 miles down the road, Oswald Family Farms. All of our ground beef is fresh from them. Our primal cuts are specialty cuts, and then we augment that with steak from the local Northwest here.
Well, enough talking about it. Let's head to the kitchen and see what's going on.
So we're in the kitchen at the Edgar Bar with Tyson Wells, the head cook.
Yeah, some of my favorite dishes are definitely the ribeyes. Yes, I love cooking those. Just the tenderness on them, the marbling's all beautiful. Also, I do enjoy cooking our jumbo shrimp. So what I have here is our full rack of ribs that I'm going to be featuring as well.
Wow.
Yeah, quite impressive on the plate. We'll put some barbecue sauce on them, and we'll let that kind of caramelize onto the ribs as well as they're cooking. Once they're all hot and ready, then what we'll do is we'll just swing it on over. People also have the wow factor when we serve our ribs.
We were at the Edgar Bar to recognize them and find out what makes them a local favorite.
Be sure to go to our websites, mighty790.com or color8.com, to nominate your favorite steakhouse or restaurant and tell us why they're your favorite.
And if we feature them, you have a chance to win dinner for two.